Now, joining us on the news is Mtwalo Msoni, a global tax advisor for ActionAid. Thanks for being on the news with us at this hour.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
Now, 3 million workers have lost their jobs and millions of households are experiencing hunger, poor health and worsening prospects. The planned 200 billion rand credit scheme for SMEs and 400 billion rand for job creation, would it be enough to boost the economy?
Well, I think if you look at the current context where South Africa, like each and every other country, is trying to recover from the impacts of the coronavirus, it was bound to be a very difficult call in terms of revenue allocation to the different sectors to be able to finance the recovery. But if you look at his projections for growth, I think it's bound to be very limited, seeing that now the projections for negative growth have actually increased to 7.8%. And over the next 3 years, we're only seeing a positive of 3.3% only in 2021. This will be very difficult considering that the projections for growth for 2022 and 2023 at 1.7 and 1.5% are actually even less than population growth. Essentially, it's a very difficult time to call for growth, and I think there'll be a big shortfall in the coming years, and we'll be able to see this even as the country continues to borrow even more to finance its development. The minister made mention that 2.1 billion rands is being borrowed each and every day to finance development, and this is leading the country into a debt trap that's about to increase to about 95% of the gross domestic product.
But Mtwalo, does South Africa have any other choice than borrowing?
Well, at this point, it's very unclear, seeing that the expenditure framework did not give us details on where. There's lots of talk about packages for relief for the state-owned enterprises that are not really making a profit as of now. There are lots of packages that were being talked about, continuing social protection, building upon the packages that have already been provided in terms of COVID relief. But the biggest hurdle right now is it's very unclear on how the revenues would be raised. From a tax policy angle, the best guess that you can have is increases in taxes, but we do know that increases in taxes will also have an adverse impact on domestic households. Of course, as lockdown procedures have been eased, we would expect more revenues will be generated from sectors that have been closed down because of the coronavirus. 47 billion rands was estimated as revenue loss from the sale of cigarettes and alcohol. So we expected probably we'll see more revenue that's been generated, but right now it's very unclear, and we're expecting to see that more tax increases are coming and hitting South Africa.
Thank you very much for talking to us on News Central now, Mtwalo. We'll definitely keep our eye on developments in South Africa with regards to the economy. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.